Hello, good morning. It's Robin, your friendly special education attorney, and I am here to resume my walk through some basic special education law tenets. So I missed you all last week. I was actually very under the weather, very sick with a sinus infection, but thankfully at the end of the week, I got some good antibiotics and I'm feeling better today. So last time we talked, I talked specifically about how Section 504 and the ADA are civil rights laws, and that there is a very low bar to proving that you are a person with a disability under those laws, and that many, many more students than think they are or whose parents think they are probably do qualify as people with disabilities if they have serious allergies or diabetes or other health conditions that just impair anything from walking, thinking, concentrating, seeing, breathing. It's a very broad net. The exception is if you wear eyeglasses, that does not qualify you as a person with a disability. So today we're going to talk a little bit about the companion statute that governs special educational services, and it's called the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, IDEA. And it is 50 this year, just like me. And I wanted to just talk a little bit about what this law is. So unlike 504 and ADA, IDEA is not a civil rights act. It is not just an access act, but it is an act to get affirmative services from the school. So whereas access is more along the line of accommodations, things like preferential seating, extra time on tests, things that typically don't cost a school district money or very much money. Some of the services that you can qualify for under IDEA are, robust services. So they can be things like paralegal support, one-to-one paralegals, pull-out classes, differently designed curriculums, special aids and services that are meant to accommodate a student as fully as non-disabled students are able to access their classes. And so there are 14 specific categories if you need services. If you're a child who needs services, or you're a parent of a child who may need services, you have to show that your child meets one of these specific eligibility categories in order to qualify for an IEP under the IDEA. Those categories are autism, deaf-blindness, deafness, developmental delay, emotional disturbance, hearing impairment, intellectual disability, multiple disabilities. So if you're a person that has potentially different types of disabilities that maybe individually wouldn't qualify you, but taken in the aggregate really cause a problem with your ability to learn or to benefit from the normal school program, you could qualify. An orthopedic impairment, an other health impairment. So this category is one of my favorites. It's known as OHI, OHI, and everything can fit in there from like ADHD, sometimes anxiety fits under there rather than under emotional disturbance, which usually designates something more serious. Then there is specific learning disability. This is where all of our dyslexia, dysgraphia, dyscalculia go. Speech or language impairment. So if your kid gets speech services, they are probably served under an IEP or should be. Traumatic brain injury. So really important to know that if you have a student athlete who has a concussion, or you have a kid who has had a brain injury, maybe they've been riding their bike and have an unfortunate accident, or they're in a car accident, they could become qualified for an IEP given the severity of it. And then visual impairment, including blindness. So those are the basic categories. I will delve into more particulars around the IDEA statute in weeks to come, but that's your snippet for today, and I'm happy to be back, and I hope you post your questions below. I would love to hear from y'all. Have a great day. Bye.